I'm Matt,
I'm Kenny.
and we are the Anunnaki Boys. So, we got a new intro.
Oh, yeah. It's nice,
How'd
huh?
y'all? Yeah, it's nice. How about y'all let us know down in the comment section below what your thoughts on it. You know, if
Yeah.
we did a good job on it. It was mostly Kenny.
Yep. I do all the graphics, all the art.
His skills are improving.
Oh,
a
my
lot.
gosh. They still look
It's
like
really
crap, but
I don't know, man. I liked it a lot. I thought it looked really good.
really? I like
Yeah.
it, but, like, I guess since I made it, I can tell, like, where it, like, kind of lacks. But
Yeah.
you're never going to 100% love your art, your own art, you know? It's always hard.
No, you never will.
Yeah.
But anyway, so today, I'm going to hand over the mic to Kenny because he wants to talk about a topic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why don't you go ahead and let us know what it is?
All right. Today, we're talking about Yowie, but not this Yowie. This Yowie. Not this
And-
Yowie. This Yowie.
Yeah, there's Yowie and then there's Yaoi.
Yaoi. See,
Yaoi. Which, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's Japanese for boys love.
Yeah. If you look it up, put PG-13 before it. So put Yaoi and then put PG-13, because if not, whew, it's going to get spicy.
You will regret that, yeah.
I actually watched a whole Yaoi when I was a teenager by
Not thinking
accident.
about-
It was actually an accident. So, like, a long time ago, Sci-Fi Channel used to do Anime Mondays, like Anime Mondays.
Yeah, I remember,
remember that?
those. Loved those.
Dude, they had one I loved was like Read or Die, where these girls like controlled paper, but that's not the one I watched. So, they had an anime called Descendants of Darkness, and like I always was kind of like, what's going on? Why are these like men so like sexy in this show? But I didn't think anything of it. No, seriously, they're depicted real like sexy and sensual, but I didn't. But it's an anime, so I'm like, I didn't know what yaoi was. So then, like, I'm watching the series and I get really invested. And at the end of the series, it's like the main character and the villain, right? So, like, think like Goku and Frieza, right? So, like, in my head,
Or like Goku and Vegeta.
right, Goku and Vegeta, something like that, right? So I'm watching the series, and then at the end, like, it's the main character versus the villain, and then all of a sudden the villain kisses the main character. Then they're both boys, and I was like, what? Because I didn't know it was a yaoi, because, like, I would miss a couple episodes or whatever.
Dude, you can obviously tell.
Yeah, you
I
can
just
tell.
looked it up.
I was
You can tell
naive.
It's a yaoi.
I was
It's just
naive.
the cover. This dude is like too pretty.
Too pretty. I was naive. I didn't know what was going on, but I eventually watched all of it, and I loved it. It was awesome. It was great. It was great.
And then at the end, you just like, wait, what?
Well, because the first time I had no idea, and I was so confused. I was like, what's happening? Because think about it. You're watching this anime, and it's as if Goku and Frieza started making out at the end. Like, it took me so off guard, but... All right, that's not the yaoi we're talking about today.
No.
The yaoi we're talking about today is basically Australia's version of Bigfoot. All right. Yowie, also known as the Yori, hairy man, or the Yahoo, is a fanged humanoid marsupial or great ape, featured in Aboriginal mythology. The Yowie is considered to be the Australian Bigfoot. It contains a lot of primate-like features, possibly indicating that it is an undiscovered species of great ape like Gigantopithecus or prehistoric human. The Yowie is described to be one of the most aggressive Sasquatch species. It has been reported to seeing. It has been reported that
Reported to have
reports have been
seen
yes
ripping off heads.
hard cut. It has been reported ripping the heads off of kangaroos and dogs. It has also been seen attacking humans as well. However, that's very rare.
This thing can rip the heads off of kangaroos and dogs.
Oh my god, kangaroos, that's terrifying. Have you seen a like kangaroo?
I've seen some videos of like kangaroos. Like, there was one video. This lady was in her house and she pulls out her camera because the kangaroo's like just at the window, just looking inside the house. And
That's
then
scary.
she's like, "Okay," and so then it starts to like kick the window.
Dude.
Why? Or there was no, even funnier one was like, there was one stuck in a cattle guard. You know what a cattle guard is?
Yeah.
So there was one had his leg stuck in a cattle guard. So the guy stopped at the cattle guard, got out his truck, went and helped the kangaroo out of the cattle guard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it then, if I remember, kicked him and fled.
Did that man lose his leg or something?
No, it was a baby.
Oh, it was a baby?
Yeah, it was not a baby.
He was
like,
lucky.
Not an infant, but like a adolescent, like a child. It wasn't.
They call baby kangaroos Joeys, right? Joey?
I think so.
Joey Wheeler?
Not Joey Wheeler, I don't think.
No.
Look this up.
So, I mean, we're already talking about anime. Dude, kangaroos look like freaking, like, motherfucking Baki the Grappler. Like, they have muscles. They're ripped. Like, kangaroos are scary. And if this thing's ripping off the heads of kangaroos, that's terrifying.
It's a Joey.
Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, I was right.
What if your Yowie is a were kangaroo?
That's actually okay. Is a kangaroo a marsupial?
Yes, I believe they are. I think it said.
Well, we'll get into it, but there are theories. I just said it in the first paragraph that it may be a marsupial. It's wild. Okay, I want to point this out.
Rare kangaroo man.
It's a rare kangaroo. The Yowie's a rare.
Rare kangaroo, like a werewolf.
A were. I thought you said rare.
No, it sounds like you're saying rare, but it's where.
Where? I thought that you said the Yowie was a rare kangaroo. That's hilarious, actually. Okay, I want to point this out real quick. So this is the picture of the Yowie that I found on Wiki. The description of the Yowie. We're about to get into the description. I don't know who drew this. It's in the chat if you want to look at it. I don't know who drew this, but this is not the description of the Yowie. Like, this guy looks like he's about to rob a bank. He doesn't look like a scary Bigfoot ripping off kangaroo heads. This man looks like he's about to make some bad life decisions.
Is the second one a bear?
Oh, the second one, we'll get into that. All right, let's just go into the description. The Yowie is described to be around 5 to 9 feet tall, with a large red mouth and talon-like claws, according to Aboriginal legend. It is also noted that the Yowie has 2 large fang-like canines, which distinguish the Yowie from other Bigfoot species. It usually has brownish red fur. The feet of the Yowie is one of the most disputed features. Some say that the feet are large with 3 claw-like toes, and others say that the foot is more humanoid, akin to something you would see in, other Bigfoot species, creatures.
So from what you say, it usually has like the three feet usually,
or like the humanoid feet,
Yeah, how many feet do kangaroo have?
Feet? 2? You mean toes?
Yeah, toes. I mean, not feet. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I have no idea. Look it up. But okay, So this is good. We're getting into the feet. So people have like taken alleged prints or like how they like plaster Bigfoot feet and you get the like stone Bigfoot feet. I have pictures up here about what I'm talking about. Well, apparently there's like a bunch of different ones of the Yowie because the Yowie is actually hunted, right? So like the same way that Bigfoot has like Bigfoot hunters, the Yowie has big like Yowie hunters, and there's actually like Yowie professional Yowie hunters, which personally, how professional can you be if you never caught one? But whatever, that's fine. But the feet actually are very disputed because some people have feet that have like normal human toes and they have all 5 toes. Some have 3 giant claw toes, and others have like weird toes that are spaced out really different. I'll have pictures all up here where like the toes, watch. You know what? I'm going to draw it out for you, Squirrel.
No, I'm looking at pictures of kangaroo toes, and they do. Some of them do have like three toes, but 5 fingers.
I've seen toes that look like this. Like pictures of toes for the Yowie.
Oh, I thought those are hand.
No, I'm not good at drawing. So,
but
yeah,
no, okay. So that it definitely reinforces my were kangaroo theory.
Yes, the were kangaroo.
Like kangaroos have 3-toed feet. I think they say some have 5 toes on their feet.
Why do the kangaroo toes vary?
I'm not sure. But they do have like 5-fingered hands, or if you call them hands, I mean,
whatever they are. Wait, we gotta let's definitive kangaroo.
Because this, like when I googled it, it's like there are 5 well-developed toes on the front feet. So I think the front feet.
It is
like,
3 toes.
People.
It's 3 toes.
They consider the front paws are very much like hands.
Oh, that's why they were calling them toes.
And they're called their front feet.
That's why you were saying.
Feet are the back toes. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
the. Oh my god. So their front feet are their what you would consider their hands.
Right.
And their back feet are their, the ones they use to hop.
So that's why you said like they like vary from 5 to 3 feet, like toes or whatever. Yeah. I was confused. I was like, well, do some have? But I get it now. So like most Bigfoot species, it's theorized that the Yowie is a descendant of an ancient ape called the Gigantopithecus blackie. Terrible name. While the Giganto Bigfoot theory may be valid, it's highly unlikely that the Yowie is descended from the same Asian apes, as creatures from Asia never made it to Australia due to the sea depth and the level, right, of the land. The separation is marked by what's called the Wallace Line. It's like this line from Australia and like the other, like basically mainland. It's where basically there's this big theory that the fossil records kind of like provide evidence that like Australia kind of had things that evolved on its own outside of stuff kind of from the mainland. Another theory is that it may be a Homo erectus, like a living Homo erectus, or the Yowie are just a tribe out there that just hasn't been, captured on film yet. Kind of like the Amazon has a bunch of tribes that we just have not contacted yet. Same thing here, right? There may be like a whole tribe of like hairy Yowie people that we just don't know about.
You said something about like the Asian ape.
Right.
Why use that one as a reference,
Well, so like the common theory is that like the Bigfoot or the Sasquatch is like a descendant of like apes. They're from the mainland, so like away from like Australia. I don't really know too much about this, but basically from what I'm understanding is that Australia kind of has its own life that evolved separately from like where the Wallace Line starts and stops. So the likelihood of the Yowie being an offshoot of what we know as like Bigfoot or Sasquatch is highly unlikely. It may just be what you were talking about earlier, like a were kangaroo. Right?
Yeah,
right.
Like
it might be marsupial in nature.
Man, it could just be some jacked up kangaroo.
Or it could be a jacked up humanoid kangaroo. Right. Which it's kind of funny because like when people talk about the Yowie, so like as like doing research for this episode, the Aborigines really do believe that like this was a real thing. There's actually cave paintings, like cave art that people kind of like connect the Yowie with. Yeah, what you need?
Genetic experiment.
Oh my gosh. Save it for the end.
Kangaroo and human DNA.
Save it for the end. Save it for the end. I'm ready. Okay. All right, last paragraph I have. There are some 140 placental mammals known to exist in Australia, most belonging to the order of
Chiroptera, which are bats, and Rodentia, which is rodents.
Some cryptozoologists say that the Yowie could be some sort of bipedal marsupial, such as the descendants of the New Guinea
Hulatherium.
Due to the fact that there are no primates native, evolutionarily speaking, to Australia in the fossil records. So there's a theory.
Yeah.
That ties to your were kangaroo.
Or
here we go.
Genetic experiment
between
a kangaroo and a human.
New segment.
What if one of the men in black saw our video? You know how they say Bigfoot could be an alien? Shammied them way over from Mars to Earth. In my personal research looking into the Mothman, they got fed up with their working conditions, mining all the gold and stuff. I'm just saying, man, okay, there's cave paintings of it and stuff. Space built on the Black Sea, man. I'm just saying, man, okay, there's cave paintings of it and stuff. It could have been.
They're very humanoid, by the way.
Very humanoid. It could have been some extraterrestrial geneticist was like, man, came here for like sightseeing. He came to like sightsee the humans or whatever, maybe the Aborigines, and he sees a kangaroo, and maybe it does what they do. It was kicking his ship, or kicking him. Tried
All
to
right,
kick
fair
him,
enough.
maybe. And he's like, maybe this thing's a little annoying, because they do that. I've seen a bit. Like I said, I saw a video where it
Right.
looked into a lady's house and then kicked the window. So I mean,
There's
he's
precedent.
like, man,
Yeah.
you know what? I think I might experiment with this like feisty little thing. And then boom,
Yowie.
the Yowie.
Not
The
Yowie.
rare kangaroo.
Yowie.
You know how they say Bigfoot could be an alien?
Well, yeah, they also say he might be like a time traveling, like extra dimensional being.
Maybe. But I mean, I'm pretty sure someone has come to this realization as well.
Realization, huh?
Yeah, this realization.
Big word.
Could be
That's a strong word.
an extraterrestrial, yes.
Sure.
Just like
Oh my god. Chewbacca?
yes.
You're saying what was this? I'm sorry. All right.
The Chewbacca.
All right, wrapping up the video. What is the Yowie? So, the Yowie, most
Behind
people
you.
Bigfoot, big feet.
It's got 3 toes on it.
Oh my god. The Yowie's a anorexic Snorlax. All right, so let's wrap this up. A lot of people believe that the Yowie is probably more likely or not a marsupial that's evolved differently, or maybe I don't know, like a messed up kangaroo, kangaroo,
Jacked up kangaroo.
or
Some like rare nature, rare evolution in nature. Like, you ever seen a 2-headed snake?
yeah, like a deformed kangaroo or something. Maybe someone saw that and ended up being the Yowie. I actually personally think that the Yowie may be just some sort of like, I have it in my notes, like some sort of like Gigantopithecus, or like some kind of prehistoric human, or some kind of like human offshoot.
You never did tell me what that bear picture was about. If that is a bear.
Oh, that's a that's what's known as a
Hulatherium.
Hulatherium. Yeah.
Hulatherium.
Okay, so it looks kind of bear-like.
It does look bear-like, but it's a marsupial. A lot of cryptozoologists believe that might be what the Yowie evolved from, or something like that, or might be a descendant of.
So this thing is like extinct?
Yeah. There's a lot of Australia actually has a problem with like Westerners coming in back in the olden days and killing off all the really cool marsupials. Poachers, man. They had a big poacher problem, but now I think it's a little bit better. I don't know. It's sad. It's really sad. We lost a lot of like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'll put a link in the description of a video where it talks about it. I saw one during my research. Yeah, so I'll throw that in the description. All right. That's all I have. Any final thoughts?
No, I did just shake there for a moment, though.
Shaking?
You didn't notice the camera shake?
No. Is it a Yowie?
I kicked the desk by accident.
Is
It
it?
went to the right a bit.
Oh, it's all good. All right. Are you or someone you know interested in coming on the show? Email us at the Anunnaki Boys with a Z at gmail.com. Got an article or news report we need to see? DM us or send us a DM on Twitter. As of this recording, DMs are open on the Twitter. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And Squirrel, you got anything else to tell them?
Get off the ship.
All right. Get off the ship. Bye, guys.